Okay, we're working on the Range Rover L405 today, and we're looking at a problem that you'll probably find you have on your Range Rover L405, and it's the spoiler. So when the tailgate closes, we'll have a look. The spoiler, do you want to just point out there, the spoiler gets really close to these D-pillar plastics. In fact, it touches, and what it'll do, because if you watch as it goes up, and what it'll do is it'll mark, and let's have a look if we can see it on the camera. Then you want to just point out that, oh, there you go, you can see the mark it's done here. It comes out quite nicely on the camera. So it marks the, so if you watch as it comes down, there. Now it should be a constant gap from the top to the bottom, but you can see, apparently these spoilers move or drop, and it is a problem. So we're going to show you how to adjust it, and this is a tip shown to us by Craig at Camtech, so I'll give him a little mention. Camtech Range Rover. Right then, so you've got to get this, there's a little end panel on here that you've got to...
We're going in behind this one, but we want to take this one off first?
Yeah, so that's the hinge cover plastic. Yeah, take that one off.
So I'm going to get...
So there's a little fir tree fastener in here. Have a look at that. Okay, so it's one of just little barbed plastic fastener. Okay, and that should allow us to just clip, and it's the hinge cover plastic, that one that just covers the hinge as it goes in.
So it hooks into the other plastic just on this little hook here, on the top corner.
Yeah.
And then there is a little clip at the bottom.
Oh yeah, there's that little metal clip there, and there's a little metal there's a little bit it's got to get on in there. So when you put that back, make sure that metal clip is in the right place. And then this whole side
you don't need to take this off if you know what you're doing. So if you've done this before, you don't need to remove this, because this has actually got a hole in it to reach the adjustment screw.
Yeah, you can adjust it. But let's take that off.
Just to show
you. It just pulls off. So just see those,
to show you a bit easier.
Just twist it around and show those white clips there. So you've got those white clips that go into those holes there. And what you've got in here, if we have a look, if we get the light in here, right, you can see that nut I've coloured yellow, and on the end of it we've got a sort of, what's it called, an E thick. And what that allows you to do is there's a built-in adjust here, and you can adjust the spacer. So first thing you have to do is loosen that lock nut, which is, what's that, 13?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that loosens. Now that doesn't do anything, that nut. It's just the locking. Once you've got it adjusted right, it just locks it. Right, and then now you're supposed to get a proper E driver on the end of this one here, but we've got a 5.5mm socket, which seems to fit. And then what you're doing is as you're doing that, let me see if I can get the light. Yeah, let's have a look there. Yeah. As you wind that, you can see the spoiler, the space moving between the spoiler as you move it up and down there. That's good, yeah. So that's...
I want to be tightening.
So you want to be tightening...
Loosening this, I want to be...
Yeah, loosening that to push it away. Yeah.
How far do we want to go?
I'll keep going. Alright, try it about there. Now, it's a bit of a pain because to see how well you've done, you've got to put all the plastics back on, because you've got to lower the tailgate, and the tailgate gets a bit upset. We tried to do it and all the plastics get a little bit in the way. So you're gonna... Alright. Now we just used a bit of masking tape to hold that up. Rather than put that fir tree, we clipped it in, but put a bit of masking tape on it because it seems to have a habit of moving. That's it, so we've put the... Right, so lower the tailgate now, and let's have a look as that comes down now. It's still too close, so we need to go a little bit more. But basically that's the deal. So you adjust that, and you're trying to get it so that you've got an even gap all the way, and that should stop your tailgate scratching the scratch that you can see there. You can have a... Oh yeah, so Ian's showing now you don't actually need to remove that panel. That was just showing us.
So with a socket you can actually get into that.
Get in through under there. So you need to, I forget which, so to make it go further away you need to undo it. Lock the lock nut. Yeah, remember to lock the lock nut when you finish. Other quick point, we lowered the car, so if you put the suspension in access mode, it makes it a lot easier to work on. So there's a little tip for those of you that are watching the whole video. Let's have a look. There, that's the sort of gap you're looking for. You're looking for a constant gap from the top to the bottom, and that'll stop it marking, and it might even rattle as well while you're driving along. So there we go, there's a little video there on adjusting your tailgate spoiler, and thanks to Craig at Camtech for showing us that one.